Good morning and welcome to Fox 29's News Now on this somewhat dreary Tuesday morning. We're going to get started with some local news for you out of Trenton, where gun violence has struck the city. Police are investigating another shooting in New Jersey's capital city, and it comes after 10 people were shot outside a bar over the weekend. Fox 29's Lauren Johnson has the latest.
Good morning. We finally got confirmation from Trenton police that there was a shooting, in fact, here on the 100 block of Walnut around 11:20 last night. 6 people were shot. One of them died. Police say he was taken to Capitol Health Regional Center, did not survive the gunshot, and that's why this makeshift memorial has been set up in his honor. People who live in this neighborhood say there was some sort of gathering or barbecue here yesterday when the shots rang out. We talked to one young man and several women in this neighborhood who knew the victim.
I heard at least 30 gunshots.
My boy got shot and I'm hurt, feel me? I was out here crying early morning. I found out when I woke up, started breaking down. My boy was 19 and things, like just turned 20. Feel me? My boy, he was really, feel me? My boy was really like a good person. Just, this really some bull that happened.
He's a nice kid. He just had a baby, baby at least 7 months old. He's a nice young man. But again, when you're involved with gang stuff, that's what happens.
Once the gangs came, everything changed. Like when I was a teenager, we had so much. We had the parks, we had the libraries, we had everything back as teenagers in this city. Back then, nobody wasn't killing each other. And then things changed over a course of time. Then the gangs came and everything just changed.
Last night's shooting comes after this weekend's violence. Gunfire erupted outside of a Trenton bar early Saturday morning. It was just after midnight there when 10 people were shot, 5 men, 5 women, all in their 20s and 30s. The mayor said it's a hot spot for a lot of people in the city, but especially for rival gangs. When he spoke over the weekend, he made mention of needing the federal government to step in and help this city. Less than 1 year ago, dozens were injured after a mass shooting outside the Trenton Arts Festival. That shooting also had ties to gang violence. So again, one person losing their life here on the 100 block of Walnut Avenue after a shooting last night on Memorial Day. 6 people shot, one of them dying. A lot of people in this neighborhood says things really do have to change.
Also in local news this morning, in Delaware County, students are mourning after a former teacher at Garnet Valley Middle School was shot and killed over the weekend. Counselors are coming in today to help students and staff. Chester Heights police were called to the 100 block of Bishop's Drive around 3:30 Sunday morning. They found 44-year-old Joseph Labarone shot in the head. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital where he later died. Prosecutors have now charged 49-year-old John Ballas with murder. Neighbors told police the shooting happened after an argument between the neighbors.
It was really shocking and tough for everybody. We learned about it early Sunday morning. We met as an administrative team yesterday for 3 or 4 hours just putting a plan in place, getting all of our counseling services ready, because in a situation like this, you're always concerned about the students, but we have to be concerned about our employees as well.
How do you talk to somebody so young about something so awful?
So we talk to our teachers, faculty, and staff about sticking to just care of the student. So if a student is asking a bunch of questions, we're not going to deal with those questions today. We're going to just go on business as usual. If you need to talk to somebody, that's when we send those students down to the counselor. So we're not getting into the particulars of the incident because both families are impacted in our school community.
Funeral arrangements have yet to be announced. And in political news, President Trump is on his way back to the States after spending the holiday weekend in Japan. Doug Luzader has a look at what comes next from Washington.
En route right now back to the United States from Japan.
President Trump spent the long Memorial Day weekend in Japan, a visit full of pomp and circumstance, and of course, politics.
Did you see the size of the trophy at the sumo wrestling event? I don't know if you have that or not.
Well, you know, it's relative to the size of the wrestlers, right?
Of the humans, yes.
Yeah. Big trophy, big wrestlers. But the president will have some other things to wrestle with when he returns to Washington today. He's already been tweeting from onboard Air Force One as he heads back to D.C.
President Trump and the First Lady boarding Air Force One for the long trip back to D.C., coming home to a host of challenges, some coming from the Memorial Day weekend visit to Japan.
Who knows? It doesn't matter. All I know is that there have been no nuclear tests.
The president had sought to downplay recent missile launches by North Korea, showing new daylight between himself and his friend, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, as well as some top advisors like National Security Advisor John Bolton, who have been pressing for a harder line against North Korea.
They put him up there on the stage next to the Prime Minister of Japan, and then he just sort of blithely contradicts him on this extremely important and strategic issue for Japan.
And the president also tried to cool escalating tensions with Iran, saying he is open to talks. On the other hand, there is also the 2020 campaign to consider, and the president went after Democratic rival Joe Biden during the trip.
Well, Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record. I think I agree with him on that.
But it was an unusual move, to be sure, and even some usual Trump defenders say the president went too far.
Number one, you don't attack your political opponents from foreign soil. You're supposed to be out there as America's chief diplomat. And two, you don't cite the murderous dictator of North Korea as evidence of why Joe Biden is a bad candidate.
All right, and the president will find the Democrats have spent this long weekend kind of mulling over strategy, trying to decide whether to begin an impeachment inquiry. And you kind of get this feeling, Mike and Alex, that they're beginning to move closer and closer to doing just that.
Okay. Doug, nice job. Nice tan from the weekend, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
And in consumer news this morning, it was just about a year ago when IHOP briefly changed its name as part of a burger promotion. Now the pancake chain is at it again. Fox's Tracy Krasko has more.
Remember when IHOP briefly changed its name to IHOB? It was just because, they wanted to start promoting more hamburgers, burgers, International House of Burgers.
And people freaked out. Everyone was talking about it. It went viral. It really was successful to let people know that they were changing and bringing in a new item.
At first, they made you think it was going to be permanent.
Yeah.
Man, that wasn't.
No, but it got people talking, and people knew they had burgers.
Yeah.
So now
they got to us again.
Yep, they're doing it again, Tracy. Now, Mike and I, we have a wager going here.
Yeah.
I say, because we know it's P, right? They're just changing the meaning of the word P.
Yes. Instead of pancake, it's going to be
I say pasta.
I'll go, which is a great guess, and I'll just go pizza or the Hawaiian treat.
Publicity
poi.
stunt. How about that?
What?
What?
Publicity stunt.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one, Tracy.
That's true.
So true.
But yes, IHOP is teasing. They're running ads saying that they're going to be changing their name again, that the P is not going to be standing for pancakes. It's going to stand for something else. I think pasta is a good guess. Pizza is another very good guess. But I think it's definitely leading up to something else that they're going to be focusing on their menu. Last year they had that IHOB name change to mention that they had burgers on their menu. So yes, it could be something else. But we will find out on June 3rd.
Pineapple.
Green peas.
No, because then that'd be GP. That'd be IHOB.
All right, how about just peas? I don't have to say green. Peas are green. No, it's not going to be that. It's got to be
pudding.
Pasta.
I don't
know.
Pudding. Pie. Pie is another good one.
Because that could be pie, or it could be like pizza pie. So that would give you more variety.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe they're focusing on dessert. Who knows? I'm not sure.
Can you only have one trick? Like, can this work twice?
If they fool me once, whatever.
Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Shame on Tracy.
But hey, we're still talking about it.
That's true. We are.
That's right. So you were right. International House of Publicity or punked. Being punked.
Yes, being punked. Okay. So we all have our guesses. We'll have to see. We have to wait. Well, it's not
June
that
3rd.
long.
We'll find out.
June 3rd?
I'm sure we'll be talking about it once they decide.
All right.
So that's Monday, so we'll be waiting with bated
We'll
breath.
see you Monday, holding our breath.
Thanks.
I think this one
Our
won't
pulmonary area.
Nice.
International pulmonary.
I don't think this one will be as dramatic because it's still a P. So at the end of the day, they're not changing anything.
Yeah, it's not too shocking.
Right. Last time was pretty shocking. But, now we're all hip to it. So.
What if they're improving their bathrooms and it's the International House of Pee?
Like literally P.
And moving on to your Fox 29 Weather Authority. The Philadelphia area is slated for a pretty stormy Tuesday following a picture-perfect holiday weekend. Temperatures will reach a high of 85 degrees amid showers and potentially severe thunderstorms. Those storms may stick around all the way through Thursday before drying out for the weekend. Temperatures will remain in the mid-80s and upper 70s for the remainder of the week. And here we have a look at current temperatures in our region. Pretty mild 53 degrees in Mount Pocono, 74 in Lancaster, 70 in Wilmington, back down to 67 and 65 in Dover and Wildwood, and a comfortable 68 degrees in Philadelphia if it were not for the rain. And looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, again today, showers, some thunderstorms in the evening, could potentially be severe in our area, and then that rain will carry over into Wednesday, Thursday, with some sunshine Wednesday transitioning to some storms. Also temperatures in the mid-80s, but by the time Friday, Saturday, and Sunday roll around, we're looking at mostly sunny skies and temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s. So it doesn't look like the weather will pan out for the Phillies this week, but the weekend is looking pretty good. And don't forget to download the latest version of the Fox 29 Weather Authority app to have your 7-day forecast right at your fingertips. And back to some local news this morning. 4 people have been taken to the hospital, including a 16-year-old who is in critical condition after an SUV crashed into a store in South Philadelphia. Just after 1:30 yesterday afternoon, police say a 71-year-old woman driving a Kia Sportage accidentally accelerated, driving through the window of the Rainbow Clothing Store on the 2400 block of South 24th Street. The driver dragged and pinned a 16-year-old boy under her vehicle. People nearby and firefighters rushed to free the teen from underneath the SUV. A 14 and 15-year-old girl and a 57-year-old woman were also struck, but they weren't seriously injured. Witnesses described the frightening scene.
I heard a bing bang, glass break. I thought it was a gunshot. So I took myself and 2 little girls down to the ground with me. And they were screaming.
Ran over there, somebody got hit by a car. Kid was underneath the car. It was tragic. Blood everywhere.
The 16-year-old boy remains in critical condition at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. The other 3 victims are expected to recover. And in Cape May County, 3 days after getting hit by an SUV in Ocean City, a Lansdale, Pennsylvania man has died. On Friday, we told you the driver was turning left off of 8th Street and onto Bay Avenue when she struck the 47-year-old man and a 40-year-old woman. It happened around 5:30 that evening. The driver did stay at the scene, and police have not charged the woman who was driving the SUV. And in Montgomery County, firefighters are trying to determine what started a fire at a sushi restaurant in Upper Dublin. They were called to the 2-alarm fire at the Mommy Japanese restaurant last night. They were able to get the fire under control about an hour later. It's unclear how badly the restaurant was damaged at this time. And in Atlantic County, summer is a time for fun in the sun, but many say it's also a time to make some extra cash. Maurice here in North Wildwood hires about 1,500 seasonal workers every year. Most of them range from high school to college-age employees. And pay for seasonal workers is usually somewhere between $9 and $25 per hour, and it rises with each year of experience.
Wildwood is definitely my happy place, so I knew as my first job, wanted to be here because it's a great place to be because I'm here all summer.
I always liked to swim, and I wanted to join the Air Force later on, so I had to go through CPR training and stuff like that, so it helps me prepare for my future.
And there are still plenty of jobs open at Morey's Pier and other shore locations for those looking for summer work. And this weekend, on Memorial Day, people all over the country honored those who gave their lives serving our country. In Bucks County yesterday, they marked the 100th year for the Langhorne Memorial Day Parade. The parade began with a ceremony at the Jesse W. Sobey American Legion 148. As part of this year's event, Legionnaires from the 148 encouraged kids to decorate their bikes with patriotic colors and judge them at the end of the parade, handing out prizes for the best 2 entries.
It's a great feeling. I grew up in this town, and I watched many of the parades myself growing up here. And now to be the commander here on the 100th anniversary, it kind of brings tears to my eyes. It's just such an emotional time.
Parade officials say more people came out to this year's Langhorne Memorial Day Parade than ever before. And on the Camden waterfront, the Battleship New Jersey had a wreath-laying ceremony to remember fallen soldiers. The Battleship Museum and Memorial joined the Bishop Eustache Knights of Columbus for the annual Memorial Day ceremony.
I would like to take just a moment to recognize all those among us who have served or currently serving, as well as any hero here who have lost a loved one in service.
The Battleship New Jersey is America's most decorated battleship, sailing the seas during World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. And on Good Day this morning, we discussed burnout. We've all been there, feeling burnout at work, but now it's an official medical diagnosis. Dr. Mike joined us to explain what that means moving forward.
Well, some people, they might feel burnout at work. You just get stressed, and you're like, ugh.
But you can't go to your boss and say, let's say you got measles or something. Obviously, they'd let you off, and you go to and you have some days off.
Right, and you get a note from your doctor saying, like, hey, this really was a condition that I had.
What about stress, Dr. Mike? Can I now say this is a medical diagnosis?
You better believe it. That's what the World Health Organization has said. Mike and Alex, if you're feeling distressed at work, you feel like you're not there, you're burned out, tired, you just can't do it anymore, then you may be suffering from burnout. Now, you know where the term burnout came from?
F-16s.
No. What happened was, back early 70s era, the researchers had individuals that were suffering from burnout. They would be smoking a cigarette back in the day, and they were so burned out, they just let their cigarette
burn their fingers?
Burn out.
Oh.
They were like,
wow.
Like that.
Wow.
That's where it came from.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
let's talk about some very important causes and what you can do about it now that it's a diagnosable disorder. Number one, you have a lack of control. You feel like you have no control over your workplace. You have unclear job expectations. You have a boss that's telling you one thing and then another. You have a dysfunctional workplace. Oh, my goodness gracious. You have a boss from hell, all right? Extremes of activity. Either you're bored or you're just chaotic, and you have no time to chill out. It's all work and no play. Makes Michael not happy.
That sounds like your life. I'm just kidding.
Well, physicians are about double in terms of their risk of burnout, and you have to have ways to combat it. I want to show some of the things you have to do. One, if you're in an environment where you can't change it, you have to look at your options. So, you know, God grant me the serenity. That's that prayer. Maybe think about going somewhere else if you can't change it. Support. You need to have family, friends, have a hobby, and exercise. If you do those things, you're going to eliminate or at least reduce that risk of burnout, which can not only lead to you being very unhappy and depressed, but also lead to mistakes at work. And in healthcare, that's a big problem.
Yeah. It's something we should be taking seriously.
You better believe
your
it.
mental health.
I know a lot of people look to their religion, too.
That's true.
Faith to help you with stress.
Well, one of the things I do is I go to my favorite place, and that's Ralph's Italian restaurant. I was there over the holiday, and I have a picture here. There you go. That's me with the Patinos. All right, it's Anthony's. It's the father, Anthony the son, and Lauren, his daughter. They are, I'm telling you, it's old school.
Oh, it is.
It reminds me of my grandmother. All right?
That's why it's so loved, because it's old
They
school.
love Fox 29, and they love you, Michael and Alex.
Oh, good.
That's all they do is talk about you the whole time.
I'm so sorry for ruining your dinner.
That's all right.
But tell them we said hello the next time you go. Or we need to go ourselves.
Oh, it's a great place. My gosh. We can stop there on the way to the Phillies game tonight.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
There you go.
Doc, thanks.
And more on Good Day this morning. It is National Burger Day, with recipes including turducken and tater tots. Local chefs joined Good Day this morning to share some burgers that will make you do a double take.
I love a good burger, but here's the thing, Mike. Burgers, I mean, you could just get the meat and then cheese and lettuce, tomato, and then you're done. No, I want something different to really celebrate today. What's that supposed to be?
I don't know. So we brought in 4 chefs. Let's get right to this unusual burgers. First of all, what's your name?
My name is Chef Beth Esposito of Pink Garlic.
Good to see you, Beth.
Nice to see you again.
Yes.
Where is Pink Garlic?
Pink Garlic is a private entity that is all over.
All over?
Every state, wherever we fly, drive, or train.
Okay, this is a turducken burger.
This is a turducken burger.
You got chicken in there, you got a turkey, and you got a duck.
Well, let me explain.
All right.
Okay. This is a burger that I did many years ago at one of the restaurants that I was at. It is a brioche bun topped with dried sage and smoked pepper. It's got an 8-ounce chicken burger, an 8-ounce turkey burger, some freshly sliced duck breast, topped with a deep-fried stuffing ball, because you know I'm the queen of Thanksgiving apparently, because every time I'm here it's got something to do with turkey.
It does.
And then a cranberry mayonnaise, but then you also have a sweet and salty yam fry with a molasses ketchup. You can add a cranberry mayo, or you can add caramelized onions with an Amish cheddar.
For the love of God.
Oh, this
now,
keeps going.
we bring in a surgeon, they implant that in your
They
stomach?
implant it in,
Because
they cut you open.
How could you get that in your mouth?
You got to smash it.
Because, yeah, I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but it's so tall. Look at that.
There it
yeah.
is.
Oh.
All right, I'll smash that later.
I hope so.
Because we have another guest here.
Yes, Iron Hill Brewery. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
What's your name?
I am Josh Ostremski from Iron Hill Brewery.
Wonderful. And what do you have? Tater tots?
Yes, this is our new caboose burger. It's currently Burger Month at Iron Hill Brewery, so
Okay.
we're doing a burger a day for the month of May.
Oh, so this is today's burger.
A burger day for the month of May.
Got
Why
it.
would it be called a caboose?
So this is a song from the Grateful Dead in the 60s.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Does it involve tater tots?
This one does.
Okay, fine.
So we have a blue cheese aioli, some caramelized onions, the tater tots, and lettuce tomato on our pretzel bun.
I love the fact that the tater tots, you just smash those down. And
Yes, you can make it. And then there's potato chips.
Yep.
Are they fresh?
Fresh daily.
Ooh.
Is that on the menu?
It'll be our burger tomorrow is the day
Oh,
for,
tomorrow.
for the caboose burger. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have time to plan, folks. Tomorrow. And it's tomorrow only, because it's a one-day thing.
Just tomorrow.
Okay.
All
Now,
right.
what if someone wants a burger from 2 days ago? Can they come in and ask for that?
Depends on the day.
Okay. I like that.
Wouldn't it be stale?
Oh, nice. Good one, good one, good one.
Now, this
All
is
right.
really unusual.
I love this. So you told me about this. We were at the Guac Off with Manna. They have their fundraiser.
Sir, what's your name?
Marcello.
Yes, Marcello, yeah.
From-
Giordano.
Giordano's Fruit and Produce.
Okay.
And he told me, I make a fruit burger. And I was like, what? A fruit burger? What is a fruit burger?
Well, it started on a whim. We support a lot of our customers and local organizations with their charity events and stuff. So a good friend of ours, Rob Wasserman from Rouge,
Sure, Rouge.
at the Burger Brawl a couple years back, asked us to, you want to just set up a table because we help them every year. And in the last minute, we said, why don't we do something? Yellow watermelons had come in unbelievable that year. They were so sweet. Everybody thinks it's pineapple.
You think
I
it's
thought
pineapple?
this isn't pineapple?
So
Wow.
Yellow
everybody was blown
watermelon.
away by the yellow watermelon. And
So that's the bun.
that's the bun. The yellow watermelon's the bun.
Mm-hmm.
Sliced kiwi is the pickle. Shaved pineapple is the cheese. Red watermelon is the meat.
Should we
And
turn it to the side so you guys can see it from the side?
and strawberry
Way to-
puree
There
is
we
the
go.
ketchup. Ooh,
Ooh, get the ketchup on. Gotta have ketchup.
gotta have ketchup.
That's
Yep.
I love it. Such a great idea.
Thank
and I
you.
bet it's fun for the kids too.
And it actually turned out where people started. We weren't in the competition at the Burger Bowl,
Yeah.
but people were coming around asking to vote on our burger. We were like, it's not a burger, but so we started calling it the fruit burger, and it's stuck. We do it every year now.
You were the write-in candidate.
All
Love
right,
it.
cool. Good
Thank
to see
you.
again.
Good seeing you. Thank you.
All right, this burger was named by Nat King Cole. What, back in the 50s, I guess?
Yeah, 1958.
58 at P.J. Clark's up in New York. Now we have a P.J. Clark's here just off Washington Square, which is a great place. What exactly is it?
This is the Cadillac burger. Basically, it's bacon. Cheese, American
take off the
cheese,
top?
lettuce, tomato. All right, with pickles, onions, of course, on the bottom of the bun.
Oh yeah, and 2 slices of cheese. Which
Yes.
And Nat King Cole loved it.
Yes.
You know what he said about it?
What'd he say?
Unforgettable.
Oh, nice. I should have seen that
That's
one coming.
what you want.
And this is always on the menu, isn't it? I mean,
Yes,
once
it's
Nat
always
King
on the
Cole
menu.
says that, you have
Yeah.
to keep it on.
Yeah, we have varieties of burgers. We have the barbecue blue. We
Oh, that's
have
a good one.
the mini burgers. We have the turkey burger as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, enjoy National Burger Day,
Yes,
everybody.
plenty of options here.
I
Thank
would
you, everyone.
suggest going to these 4 places
Right.
immediately.
And here we have a live bump shot of the Supreme Court, where it was just decided that the Supreme Court will not take up a challenge to a Pennsylvania school district's policy allowing transgender students to use bathrooms and locker rooms that correspond with their sexual identity. The justices on Tuesday rejected an appeal from students who argued that allowing trans students to use the same facilities violated their right to privacy. The court's order leaves in place a federal appeals court ruling that held that the Boyertown School District, about 45 miles northeast of Philly, could continue to allow trans students the choice of what facilities to use. The students are represented by the conservative Christian law firm Alliance Defending Freedom. And that is going to do it for us today at Fox 29's News Now. Be sure to catch us again tomorrow, same time, 10 a.m. And be sure to follow Fox 29 at fox29.com, as well as our mobile app, and across social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we'll see you soon.